Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, the time that we all are dreading, back to school time, and that means stress, studying, homework, shebang, shebang, shebang. So, anyways guys, I'm going to be giving you my study tips and tricks and stuff like that. But before we start, I just wanted to say that actually we should be glad that we're even able to go to school, because I know a lot of people in different countries aren't like even in this country, like people don't have the opportunity to go to school. So we are very lucky that we are able to go to school. But without further ado, let's get started. So starting off with planning. Planning is so important for me, and it just really helps to make me a bit less stressed and like, okay, I have to do that, and like my head is, it's like, I don't know what to do. So basically, at the beginning of the year, our school gives us a planner, and they have like all of the days of the school year in it, and it's really efficient. But if your school doesn't give you a planner, or if you just want another planner, just go to Target, Walmart, anywhere has planners, really. So when you get the planner, the first thing I do, I probably block out like 30 minutes and I write down whatever I have every night. So like I have tennis on Wednesdays, I have at like 6 o'clock, so then I'll put 6 to 7 on that day. And then I know that I have tennis practice from 3:30 to 5 every day. So I'll just put that in that day column. And you can even put it on the calendar, but I'm just putting it in the day column. Sorry, I don't have anything to show you, but because I'm not back in school. So when you do have that column, it is so important to put down all of your activities that you have in it. So on Wednesday, I have tennis from 3:30 to 5 for the school, and then I have tennis lesson from 6 to 7. So basically that means I get home at 5:30. I have like time to grab a quick bite, and then I have to go. And then I'll be back at 7:15. So we're just going to try and plan our homework and testing around that. So now that you are all organized, it is time for when you get the homework. When you get the homework, the first thing that you need to do is write it down in your planner, because if you don't do the homework, you are going to drop a grade, and then you won't. It would not be good. So you just need to write it down. Test, quiz, assignment, project, anything. Write it down. And you should write it down where your other extracurricular activities are, so then you can sort of know your day. And when I write down my homework or my studying or anything like that, I put down how much time I think it'll take next to it. Like if it's a math worksheet and I'm pretty comfortable with the subject or the topic, I will probably put down like 10 minutes. And so it just gives me a better outline of how much time I'm going to need to spend tonight, or the night when I have the homework. So now it is on to where you study, what you listen to when you study, just everything about you studying. So personally, me, I like to be uncomfortable when I study. Meaning like I can take a shower before I study, but don't just straight get in my comfy old PJs that I will just fall asleep in. I try and get into something like, I hardly do this, but sometimes I even wear jeans if I'm just like I just can't do this. Or I'll just change into shorts and a t-shirt, but not my pajamas, because when you change into your pajamas, it's just like you've shut off for the night. At least that's my opinion. So I actually go in my study, which is like the office area. It has a desk there, a desk light, and it is honestly the best place for me to study. I feel so focused there. And I mean, I might be uncomfortable, but I'm working really hard. So for music, actually I have two things, and I actually use the app Spotify. Spotify is a free app on the App Store. It's like iTunes Radio, Pandora. It has all of those things. It's like, you know, all these things are the same thing, but I really love this station. So I have like 4 stations saved. My evening acoustic, what I fall asleep to, and I really love it. Today's top hits, you know. And then I have 2 of the ones that I use for studying and homework. So there is one called homework tunes. It's just like, if you can see that. Maybe. No, might be the glare. But it's called homework tunes. So basically what it is it's not like intense studying music, but instead it has like instrumental versions of songs, so you're not focusing on the lyrics, but it's a good like chill mellow tune from the song. So I just listen to that while I'm doing my actual homework, and it's honestly great. Then my next one is for really intense studying, and it's actually called Intense Studying by Spotify, and it has lots of piano, violin, it's Mozart, like a bunch of different, like, I don't even know who these people are, but they have a lot of different composers, because actually when you listen to classical music while you study, it's supposed to help you. There's actually something called the Mozart effect, I think, and it's I don't know, like listening to the music, I think it just helps you study and helps you concentrate. So I definitely do listen to this music while I study, and I listen to it with my Beats, my pink Beats. And I think that Beats are a really good investment, or just any headphones really. I mean, I just think that it sort of like isolates you from the rest of the chaos going on in your home. So if you're just like at home, you just cannot focus. You're not like you cannot just focus well or anything. Like, that might be the case. I would suggest going to your local library. Honestly, the library is an amazing place to work. You bring your headphones, and it's just it's a more quiet environment. It's a better environment, honestly. But I mean, just if you have a lot of chaos in your home, but you can stay in your home too. I like staying in my home. Now it is actually on to the homework part, and actually doing your homework. And with all this planning, you finally have to do your homework. So once you find that time block when you have like time, once you find that time block when you have time, okay. Once you find that time where you can do your homework, that is the time where you need to focus. Turn on your music, go and sit in your study, not in your bed, not in your bed. So basically, what I do is why I estimate the time is then I put a timer on my phone for 10 minutes, maybe. So 10 minutes for that math worksheet, I put on the 10-minute timer, and I go. I try and beat the clock. So I'm basically making a competition for myself to finish it before my estimated time, which is something that I try. And that never usually works out, but it is fun for me to try and beat the timer. So say you have like 4 hours of homework that night, and you're just like completely pooped out from like what you did that day. Then what I recommend, go to sleep. Really, you're not going to be productive while you're working on a mind that is so tired. So just go rest in that bed. You need to, I'm pointing to my bed right now in case you were wondering. And you need to sleep on it. Try and get a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night, because that is going to refresh your brain. And when you wake up, you will feel refreshed and stuff like that. So that is when you do the rest of your studying / homework. And usually I try and wake up 2 hours before I get out the door, so probably like 5 a.m. And that's honestly not a big deal for me. I wake up early. I like waking up early. I mean, I don't like it, but I feel good when I accomplish a lot. So another one of my tips is that you need to eat a healthy diet. And a healthy diet's so important during the school year. You need to eat lots of fruits, vegetables, and water, because that's what's going to fuel you. That's what's going to keep you going and going and going. Because if you eat a bunch of junk food that doesn't have any energy, any fuel, you're not going to be able to do a lot during the day. So you need to fuel up on those fruits and veggies. So now it is on to tests and quizzes, because you've completed your homework and now it's time to study, and it's just crucial. So studying is so important. You have a test coming up in 5 days. So you put like on your planner, study. Was that enough studies? And if you already understand the concept really well, you can plan out how much time you want to spend on it accordingly. So say I really understand the topic, I really don't need to do much, I have 5 days, just 15 minutes a day, just review everything. You know, that's like pretty simple, but it's more complicating. So say the test is more complicated, you need to check my study tips. Okay, so basically I have 5 classes: social studies, Spanish, language arts, math, science. Yeah, I think those are my 5 classes. And so basically I have different study tips for each one. So let's start off with social studies and science. So usually for those 2 classes you will have a textbook, and if you don't have a textbook, then probably the second method for these 2 classes will work for you. But so what you are going to want to do is you are going to want to take your test book, and say it's like a chapter 5 test. Then what you're going to want to do, go to chapter 5, and usually the chapters will have sections, and you have 5 days till the test. So what I would do on, say the test is on Friday, Sunday, you will want to review chapter 5 section 1. Tuesday you will want to review chapter 5 section 2. Then you'll want to do chapter 5 section 3, chapter 5 section 4, and then you want to review everything. So with all of these 4 sections, how are you going to study them? What I first do is I just sort of scan through that section just with my eyes, just sort of get like what the drift is, and you probably have been learning it in class, so you have a pretty good idea. And then I take out some paper, a pencil, and I write notes, and because just putting everything in your own words just helps you remember it. And then the next day when you're studying section 2, you will want to rewrite section 1 notes. I'm not talking about today. So section 1 notes. And then you write. And so when you rewrite stuff, it just goes into your brain like no business. So it's just so important that you rewrite your notes and also write your notes. And so on the 5th day when you are right before your test. So right before your test, you want to rewrite all of the notes, make sure that you understand it, and actually have your mom or dad test or quiz you. Because honestly, that has really helped me, and it just helps to, get my noggin going. And then I usually do pretty well on the test if I prepare well. And say you only have 3 days till a test, like maybe you've been procrastinating, I don't know. But, so section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4, review. So you're going to have to do 2 sections a day, and yeah, that's really what's going to work. And that is honestly how it works. For math comes pretty easily to me, but for people who don't understand math, getting help from the teacher is probably the best thing that you can do. And it's just asking your teacher questions and just verifying with your teacher about different problems that you had trouble with. And also do all of the practice pages that she might have given you, and do any homework that she gave you, and just do it again on a separate piece of paper. The more practice you do, the better. Language arts is a really hard class to master, because language arts, it's just hard. You have your books, you have your vocabulary, you have so many different elements. So like writing essays, if you were assigned an essay and you have like 5 days, just try and get it done in 2 days. The sooner you get it done, the better. With any project, just get it done, because it'll be a stress off your shoulders. And so for language arts, vocabulary, flashcards really, you can look on Quizlet to see if they have like your book name. You just search it, and you can probably just review all the vocabulary words. Flashcards, I really recommend the site vocabtest.com for the Save Your Vocabulary test thing, and it also has SAT prep, so that's great. And you basically find your unit, and you can do vocabulary words, synonyms, antonyms. It's like the full package. And then for literature, I don't think you want my help on literature. I'm not good at literature. So, just read the book. hope for the best. Spanish. So, I recommend the website Congregamos. And I'm sorry, I can't really help with any other languages. Congregamos, you can probably find your textbook. They have so many different textbooks. I'm not joking, like all of the textbooks that exist on this planet, they probably have them. So, you are going to want to use all of those different resources and textbooks on that website. You can print flashcards. It has like this double-sided thing. You can cover one side, test yourself on the meaning of the words. It's just so efficient, and honestly, I think it's really great, and you should try it. You should try it. Okay, and so that is all of the 5 topics. And hopefully you will do really well in each class if you just follow through with all of this. And I promise you that when you are organized, you won't have as much stress. Like, you'll have less stress. I mean, you might be stressed from the test, but you're not like, oh my god, where is my homework? Where's my homework? You know, stuff like that. And also, organization of your binder is important. Use different colored pens, notebooks, you know, the whole shebang. And yeah, guys, that is all for this video. And I will talk to you next time. Bye, guys! Study, study, studying, studying.